Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who has taken the world of comedy and showbiz gossip by storm, Russell Brand.
Online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM. Russell Brand on Radio 2.
Hello. It's very busy. You all right? It's lovely to see you all. Steady yourself. There will be opportunities for devil worship, but we must remain calm. So remember, what the main thing today is about a lot of us doing little things. We only have to make small changes to get a big result, OK? The main message we have to get across today is, you know them people what go, oh, global warming, it's a good thing, it'll be much hotter. It ain't a good thing, because we won't have no Antarctica nor polar ice caps, and polar bears will wander into London and they'll want our jobs and our women folk. Like, remember when that whale come up the Thames? That were horrible. And what did we do? Killed him for his blubber and crucified him. God bless that whale. He might come back, you know, let's try and encourage him. Also, what's important is, don't think that global warming sounds like a nice thing. It ain't a nice thing to have global warming, right? Because, like, Hurricane Dolly, that sounded like a nice thing, but if it came into your house, it would ruin it, wouldn't it? Care in the community as well sounds like a vaguely nice thing, but if you live next door to someone from care in the community, they will have sex with your wheelie bin, I've discovered, and damage your garden exponentially. It's not a good thing. So let's enjoy this lovely afternoon and remember what's behind it. It's an opportunity for all of us to demonstrate we care about something important, not just our physical appearances. No matter how complicated and brilliant our haircuts may be, there are more important things, and we can, en masse, implement a change. You're listening to the Russell Brand Show. We are live from, like, a little hut thing backstage at Wembley. Sort of just like a big car parky bit, like the bit at the back. You don't really get the glamour, the glitz, the chutzpah of the Wembley experience. I've been up on stage doing like some hosting and everything. I've got a migraine. I get migraine. Do you ever get a migraine? Matt gets migraine, don't you, mate?
Well, I haven't had them for years, but I remember the blindness.
And the blindness. Like, the problem with this migraine is stage one is you're all blind, and I had to read, like, there's meant to be auto cue for me to read, like, some jokes me and Matt wrote earlier in the day. Couldn't read those. It were a right nuisance. Matt Morgan is, of course, here. He's in charge of the desk. Earlier in this show, you've played out me doing my intro.
Yeah, that was the opening link. Very
Funny?
good. Yeah, I didn't notice that you were blind.
No, well, I was blind throughout all of that. Mr. G, our poet laureate's here. He's on mic because we're all out, you know, so we're bringing poets in because we don't know what's going to happen. We thought, get a poet, we're out of our depth. You all right, G?
Yeah, it's cramped in here, though.
You better don't use that as an excuse to write rubbish poems. Got a text message here from Sohair, and Sohair go...
What? Sohair?
Well, look, it's a foreign name. S-O-H-E-R-E. Sohair, right? Dear Russ, Matt and G, at actual live Earth. Been a great day so far. Russell's been great, funny, with insightful comments. Oh, Sohair. Oh, even through the migraine, I managed to get the
comments?
message. Yes, perhaps it was the one about revolution that I made that seemed to really move the people of Wembley. I goes, let's go down the street, smash it up a bit.
What's it like being out there in front of a million people?
It's just like looking through a smashed-in brain of migraine into a sea of people. Like, I couldn't really sort of tell very much what was going on. And, you know, when we was at the side of the stage watching Metallica, Matt, you can see that they're not constantly engaged with the idea of doing it, because otherwise they
look
be
at each
too
other,
much.
they deal with each other, don't they? They don't, like, look out and...
Yeah,
it must be terrifying.
Must be, mustn't it? Well, mind you, I've just done it.
Yeah.
It ain't. It's all right. What me and Matt liked, right, everyone, is Metallica's babies were backstage wearing little headphones to protect their little brain boxes, weren't they?
So cute.
But there was one bit when the bass got heavy, or maybe it was the drum, I couldn't tell because of my migraine, but there was a bit where it got really heavy, and the baby sensed hello, and it wanted to go.
Yeah.
People had to take the baby away.
That must be the worst thing to happen when you've got a migraine. Hello, let's watch Metallica now.
Yeah,
Did you want to nick the headphones off the baby?
Yeah. Give me those baby headphones. You slut, you can cry up death for all I care. You're billionaires. us. You're billionaire babies. No one knows if a baby's deaf or not anyway. Sorry, remember
Yes,
I've got
they do.
a
They
migraine.
click
Let me
round
off.
its head like that.
They
See
keep
where it
round
looks.
its head, what, like beatniks? Hey, hey, you little baby guy. Then I had to introduce old Boris Becker on the stage, and like we'd had a joke that was like taking a mickey a little bit about that occasion when he got done some How's Your Father in the cupboard, right? And I goes, oh yeah, mate, I've got this joke where it's about you doing How's Your Father in the cupboard. You're the only man to come out of a closet more heterosexual than when you went in. I goes, is that right? He goes, yeah, not really. And then I goes, oh, I won't do it then. And like, you know, doing it on the radio, I'm saying, because he goes, oh, remember, I've got a child from that liaison, and she's old enough to understand stuff like that now. And I went, oh, sorry, mate. You know.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but please let's do it, Grandad. But he seems sort of quite nice.
He looked
also,
quite cool, actually, didn't he?
He was quite cool and intense. There's a lot of intense people milling
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
isn't there?
yeah.
It's all these famous people. Chris Rock was there backstage.
He's really nice, isn't he?
Friendly Chris Rock. He was going, go on, man! Like that before
Yeah.
I went on, tried to inspire me, but I was just a man with a migraine thinking, right, just carry on with life. Shame, really, because you want to enjoy these sort of experiences, not go through it with a blinding headache.
What did Ricky Gervais say? I heard you say to him, I've got a migraine.
It's really weird, actually, because like migraine, if people don't get
People
migraine...
go, I've got a migraine, it's just a headache.
It's not the same as headache, because there's the blind bit, then there's the bit where you see electricity tumbling from the sky, like little flashing things, then a terrible, painful headache. I'm just at the brink of the terrible, painful headache, but as I know that people ain't interested, I won't go on and on and on
But
and
what
on
did
about
Gervais
it.
say? I was interested to...
I goes, oh, I've got this migraine. He's just sort of, you know, like when you sort of said something to someone, there's nowhere really to go. What can he say?
Yeah.
Just went, oh, right, okay. You know, just like...
Oh, right. I thought he was telling you some sort
He
of
didn't have a technique.
old wives technique.
No, he never had no techniques. I just had to, you know, just absorb up the old pain of the migraine. Yeah, what else has been happening since we've been here?
I had a photo taken with Kirk Hammett from
Yeah,
Metallica.
I couldn't tell who he was. I thought it was Carlos Santana. I just thought he looks like he'd be good at guitar, that bloke. And he's got nice, long, stringy hair. Probably Carlos Santana. But, you know, but yeah, it weren't, was it? It was your mate who you like. Oh, it's been ever so exciting. So stay with us over the course of the show. We'll be playing like loads of live music, won't we? Because I have got to run from doing this show, dash on stage and intro things. But I've got a like little rocket jetpack thing, and I'm going to be... it's like a jetpack.
It was a lie we told you to make you do this.
Oh, right, well, if there's no jetpack, I'm not doing it. Right, I've got this little... It's like a jetpack. I get followed around, and I can speak at any time being on radio, can't I?
That's brilliant.
Till I go right up onto the stage at that point. You know, next thing I've got to do is introduce Beastie Boys. Don't watch it on telly, stay listening to our show, because I think it's probably better to listen to a man with a migraine and a couple of twerps
Can we
than it
hear
is
your-
to watch the spectacular.
Can we hear your sort of Boris Becker style chats with people before you go on? Don't tell them you're live on the
Oh,
radio.
that's a good idea, but what if they swear or something?
Just say, look, I really hate swearing, okay, before I talk to you.
Listen, I wouldn't mind a chin wag, Boris, but I sort of done those swears coming into it. So why don't you just zip it and let's have a bit of a chin wag? Oh, yeah, okay. You know, that's not a bad idea. We could do that. It's been an interesting week all round. What was them things? I know there's some things over the course of this week, Matt. I was thinking he'll bring that up on the radio.
Well, no, there's a few things.
Go on in.
What about that lady when we were in Euston? This sort of oldish lady.
Oh, yeah.
Pointed at Russell and went, Richard Branson.
You're Richard Branson. We just laughed and walked off. She went, Richard, come back here. Branson.
Richard Branson, come here.
Because
Come
I'm
here.
not actually Richard Branson. Right,
The
people
door's
are-
opened.
The door is opened and people are beckoning me to go onto the stage at Wembley. So now I've got my special jetpack. I'm going to be doing a wander. Why don't you go on and mic me up so I can make the transition directly? Is that thing live? Right, so Mikey, one of the Scottish twerps who works here, has given me a microphone, so that should work now. Can you still hear me all nicely?
Is that working?
Right, good.
Yeah, that's working.
And then I can put like I've asked for very little headphones because I don't want headphones on that ruin me ears. So I've got to go on the telly. So, all right, I'm coming. Oh yeah, no, that's good. I can hear my own voice in my brain.
Good luck
okay,
out there,
Radio
mate.
2 listeners, stay with us. Also, Duran Duran are coming in a bit later. That's
And
gonna
we're
be
playing
nice.
Duran Duran next.
Oh yeah, to
Yeah.
build us up to Duran
Yeah.
Duran. Actual Duran Duran are
Live
coming
from
in.
today.
Brilliant. So we'll listen to Duran Duran. What now?
Yes.
Put Duran Duran on
unless you
now.
want to talk.
Well, I could try it. I'm just.
Let's leave him there to talk. Can you hear me, Russell?
Well, it's horrible
we've lost
actually.
him. No, we
The
haven't. Well, you're
amount
there.
of noise in my brain is unbearable. Put Duran Duran on and we'll hook up again in a minute.
Okey-doke.
It's Duran Duran from earlier today. Bye! That was lovely, wasn't it? Shakira and James Blunt before that. Bless him, lovely James Blunt. Let's hear it again for him. There's still loads of really exciting things that are due to happen, right? But before we get involved in them, let me give you some more vital information. Remember, do that pledge so the government know we're serious. Then we're off to Downing Street, aren't we? Do a little riot, not a nasty one, not a violent one, just sort of a light-hearted riot where we sort of strike people with daffodils. Nothing too aggressive, right? And we've got the Beastie Boys coming up. That's the next thing that's going to happen. Wait a second, because it's going to be extraordinarily exciting. I just want to give you this vital piece of information before they come up. That not all the ways of reducing carbon emissions are dead boring. We are now entitled to have baths together with people, even if we don't know them. Just clamber into bathrooms anywhere in the country, get right in the bath, and also to save money with, like, flushing lavvy, simply wee straight into that bath with a stranger. So yeah, I've just run back after doing that link. I'm eating a banana, keep my spirits up. Got a few text messages here. We're live at Wembley, of course, coming from Live Earth, which I'm also hosting while doing this as well. It's all right, though, because mostly it's just bands doing, like, music, and there's guest presenters and stuff. Boris Becker turns up. I just see Doctor Who bowling around backstage. It's all right.
What's his name?
Doctor. Right, I go, it's good, right? Cause,
Did you call him Doctor Who?
I just went, no, it was really good, because we sort of, as we crossed, we both went, evening? like two gentlemen
two
crossing.
Time Lords.
Yeah, like I reckon he knows I'm his next incarnation. This is from Midge. Sorry you got migraine. I know how grim that is. Get a first aider to give you a shot of Stemetil to stop you throwing up. All right, I'd love that. Any chance to get some
Stemetil?
Stinking drug thrown into me, I'll take it. I am driving a truck, not me, of course, that would be too much pressure. I'm doing a radio show, I'm hosting the gig at Wembley, I'm not also going to drive a truck and sell macho chocolate bars. Why would the Yorkie, like other chocolates are available, why did Yorkie want to be so tough?
Because I reckon they could corner a market for males eating chocolate, which is seen as a slightly feminine product. If you're the manly chocolate bar, then, you know...
Then you corner in a market.
Also, women are not going to sort of not buy it. Because
they might do, because it says no girls allowed, and as a sign on it...
It's not enforced.
That's why I've got a brand new product, and it's called Man Tampons. Mampons. Do you want a tampon, but you're a bit embarrassed to buy girl ones? Get some of these lovely Mampons. Just clog yourself up anywhere you like. Put them in your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your back of your legs, you put them as rollers. Mampons. Mampons. I am driving a truck, says Graham in Rugby. He better not... Oh, if he's going to just be in Rugby, he don't need the truck. Just walk round Rugby, mate. Can you advise if this concert looks like a good advert for this planet or not? I think we may be being watched from afar. Well, Graham, I think if extraterrestrials are looking down on us, they might think we are self-congratulatory twits. I don't think so. I think, you know, it's a good thing, isn't it, really, because it's raising awareness. I mean, what I think the main message is like each of us can do little things and that'll make a difference, and at the same time make the government aware that it's an issue that we're interested in. Now, as you know, if you're a regular listener to our lovely show, that I much more favour the old revolution, simply not voting for anything ever and then waiting for the special moment when we've got enough delicious power, then kicking in the gates to Buck House and Parliament and the White House. We'll just storm in there, like just wearing really high shoes and just kick things around.
Finish your banana and settle down.
I just need a bit more no.
So what you got to do next? When's your next?
Next link, I don't know. I think I've got to introduce Time Lord David Tennant.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. I've already said evening to him, so I've got a nice vibe. You shouldn't have told me to eat that banana, because now I've got banana in my gob. We've got some lovely emails here being passed by Handsome Nick, our new aide on the show. Hi, Russell, Pete and Michelle from Milton Keynes. Hi, Russell, Pete and Michelle from Milton Keynes.
Hi, Russell. Pete and Michelle from Milton Keynes.
Ah, right, I see. There's a comma there. Because I thought, hold on,
still blind?
Who are the... I am still struggling with...
punctuation.
Why? I'm absolutely oblivious to punctuation. I saw a colon earlier. I didn't know where to look. Like, Pete and Michelle, I thought for a moment were meant to be close friends of ours, and my migraine had erased it. Oh, my God. Were they on holiday with us in Clacton?
They're pseudonyms that me and G use sometimes.
Pete and Michelle, to justify your love lives. Oh, we're Pete and Michelle. If you hear any screaming, please don't come to the room. Oh, my God, what have they done in here? It's like Oscar Wilde's suite. We think, say Pete and Michelle, would you consider being the next Doctor Who We think you would make a great doctor. I think the skills you would gain for being a doctor could help with the revolution. Also, we need more sexy doctors. Would you like us? Who would you like as your assistant? How about Matt in his kitchen towel? Bloody
You can be.
I can. Remember, look, how about Matt in his kitchen towel outfit? Because we all know that Matt looks a lot like that campaign for Bounty kitchen towels where big butch men dress up as women. P.S. Will you be doing book signings in Milton Keynes when your new bookie book comes out in October? Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Love you, bye, bye.
Would you
I think
like
that's
to
good to be pronounced.
Would you like to do the Doctor Who?
Yeah,
gig?
I'd like to do it, yeah. I'd be more of a
What
Tom
about your
Baker one.
Naughty private life.
What
That's
about
been-
it?
Well, it's been all over the papers. You can't have Doctor Who doing that.
What about if I was Dr. Fwit Flu and I was got up to all sorts of monkey business?
Doctor Who's next?
Who the hell's that leaving that lavatory? That's what I could be. I'd like to be it because you can dress all eccentric. I'd be a Tom Baker style one.
You'd be good.
I could do it,
That's
couldn't I?
not Tom Baker.
Yes, it was. I'm Tom Baker. That's how we went. Yeah, and I don't know if I'd have Matt as my assistant because I think you'd get a nice dolly bird in, wouldn't you? Who would you
Yeah,
get?
thanks.
All right,
My
have you then?
tireless work in the Bounty adverts.
That's
hasn't-
true. Mind you, yeah, you are pretty feminine now that I think about it.
No,
Vive.
you need a woman there.
Yeah, you do. Need a bit of... Need something for the legs, don't you? Need a bit of crumpet, don't you? For the legs, right? I reckon we get Camilla Parker Bowles dressed up all in PVC with a little window where her bum is. We'll leap through time. Remember, I've got a migraine, everyone, so don't judge me if I'm saying things that are unusual. Right, also, remember, you've got to help me think of a name for my bookie book because the publication date is drawing ever closer.
I thought they'd had to settle on that because it was getting too late.
People are still trying to get me to call it things like, oh, to my shame and all different things. I'm going, no,
Nah.
bookie book. Bookie
Just
book.
have big picture of you, big name, Russell Brand, and then my bookie book in little letters.
Just little letters, yeah, my bookie book. If anyone can think of a better name, not a pun on the word brand, though, because I don't think we want to do that. It has
Is that
to
the
be
sort of thing they've been coming up with?
a lot of puns on the name brand, yeah, brand new experience, brand new heavy, branded, you know.
Brand new heavy. Oh,
I don't
God.
think anyone suggested that. That just came to my head just then. So, yeah, let us know about that. Also, if you're in the Merseyside region, come and see me tomorrow because we're having a revolutionary meeting stroke gig at 8:20 at, where is it? The Aintree Pavilion. Go on my website, buy tickets and come because I just found out there's some tickets left and it makes me feel depressed if venues aren't full. Like, even being here at Wembley, right, I see an empty seat earlier, I thought, I'm not going out. You know, I mean, I know that, you know, I know this event's not just about me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it if there's not tickets sold. Makes me feel
What sort of
unhappy.
percentage? That's only a small percentage, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a tiny percentage. There's about 100 seats left, and it's like a 4,200 seat venue. But we've got to sell them tickets. That's the important thing. Yeah, this is from Joe Foster. Hello, Russell. I was watching the film V for Vendetta the other day and came across this quote. Thought you may like it as one of your slogans for the revolution. A revolution without dancing is a revolution not worth having. That's from Joe Foster. Well, the thing is, Joe, I'm really rubbish at dancing, so for me, the opposite is true. A revolution with dancing will be a revolution that's a little bit embarrassing. But, I mean, you know, I'm up for a bit of dancing in the revolution, maybe in the street. Would you like there to be some dancing, Matthew?
Well, after, but I don't think it should be used to bring down the government.
That's true, because we won't be focused. If there's people just doing jitterbugs up and down
Like
Pall
Grease the
Mall.
musical, trying
Yeah.
to overthrow the government with dance.
Yeah, wiggling their little tushies in Gordon Brown's
Oh.
face. Well, I was listen, mate, I'm a passionate man, I will say tushies. So yeah, there will be dancing immediately after the revolution, not during it though. This is the Russell Brand Show. We're live at Wembley, as well as doing this lovely radio show, stroke podcast for you. I'm also doing some hosting. Next time it's up there to introduce Time Lord David Tennant. We've got to go quite soon.
What's he
haven't
going to do up there? Sing?
I don't know. I hope he gyrates and that. I hope he just goes, ooh,
Dum-da-dum,
and then does sort of like a naked balloon dance while making that noise. That would be good if he could do that. In fact, he could use helium balloons, and that could make his voice high enough to get the ooh, and then he could just like hold the balloon in front of his ghoulies.
I think you should discuss this with him.
I will do.
Just
but-
go up to, I think, why don't you, right, because
Right,
you've got
yeah.
that mic, go up to him and go, could you pull any strings? I'd like to have your job when you leave.
Yeah, when you quit, come on, mate.
Go on,
Yeah.
do that, because we
Come
can
on,
hear it
let's
in
have
here.
a go.
Don't tell him he's on the radio.
Don't tell him, but that's wrong, isn't it?
Oh, I just go to him.
We're on radio. Right, David, like that, just say it quickly. You're on radio. What did you just say? I said, can I be new Doctor Who, please, big boobs? This is from Hope. Dear Russell, Matt, G and everyone. Loving your work, boys. I'm at a loose end tonight because my friend Zoe can't come out anymore. Zoe, why do you betray Hope? Why do you betray her? Therefore, I'm proposing that we hit the town tonight after the Live Earth gig. I live in Harrow. which is just down the road from Wembley. So Russell's car, I know he's chauffeur driven everywhere. I'm not. I struggle, man. I struggle every day. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Since he started to care about the planet, he's been on his bike.
Yep, I care about this planet, guys. We better do something, because let me tell you, I am sick to the eye teeth of these polo bears coming in here, grubby and dirty, popping in my office. You could come and pick me up from Harrow. What do you think? I'm a singer and a singing tutor. So can I be yours, Russell? Oh, Hope, perhaps you've not heard my brilliant ballad, When I'm 64, which makes it plainly evident that no tutoring is required.
Why are you not doing that out there? Why didn't they ask?
Why on earth did the organisers of the Live Earth event pass up an opportunity to get perhaps one of the best and most sensitive balladeers?
I can see the video, actually. You should do it, part of, like just you on an iceberg crying.
Yeah, me, yeah. When I'm 60,
sending me. Just polar bears sliding off the ice into the sea in the background.
And then, yeah, with the polo bears, this is going to be ace. I'm just going to...
planet.
Oh, bloody heck, don't use so much hairsprays. Yeah, come on, take it seriously. We've all got to do a little bit, you know. I'm just mucking around. Anyway, Hope says, I'm not a weirdo, I'm quite lovely. Then she includes her phone number. Well, send us a picture, please, Hope, and we will, like the superficial idiots we are, we'll make a decision based on what you look like. No, we won't. We like interesting people, but do send a picture anyway, just in case we go all superficial, because we're working so hard. This is another email. It's from Hayley. I do hope that you will be waiving the possibility of saving time by the use of a private jet to travel north on your impending trip to glorious Liverpool. Nope, I'm going up there actually, just like I'm going to run on a barrel, like, you know, like how people do when they go over Niagara Falls. I'm doing that. You should know only too well now that the onus is on you to travel via an ecologically sound method of transport, such as a bicycle, for tomorrow evening's Aintree show, lest Mother Earth will suffer ungodly consequences because of your selfishness. Now, Russell, look, this person says she's going to come. Because I did send out a MySpace message, even though you, Matt, have told me that MySpace messages now you're not supposed to do it, are you? It's old-fashioned.
No, I didn't say that.
What is it then?
I think the kids are on Facebook. I'm not on there.
Kids are on Facebook.
You're
right.
Not, I think there's a few fake ones of you on there.
Yeah, well, I'll let them fake doppelganger me's just carry out my life on Facebook.
They're doing quite well out of it, I think.
They're probably doing all right, aren't they? They're doing better now. I bet they don't have to put up with these blinding headaches. Well, I put out a MySpace message encouraging people to come to my Liverpool gig. I goes, if you're poor, still come anyway, because I'll smuggle you in through a toilet window. I goes, but you've got to prove you're poor by either showing me that you've got, like, you know, bed sores somewhere on your body, like Grandpa Joe out of Charlie Chocolate Factory would have probably had, but they never covered that in the film, did they? Or you could show me your book of government, food stamps, or alternatively, you could simply show a photograph of yourself on a rubbish childhood holiday in a place such as real.
Is this the length
Clacton.
you've gone to fill empty seats?
That's right,
Beg
mate.
poor people to come down and show
I've
you their
begged the
sores.
poor. I've said, get the poor and their sores down here.
He's got to go and do
Doors
the scary
opening,
thing.
it's a bit of scary Wembley for old Russ. We're coming from Wembley, I'm with my mate Matt Morgan. You right, mate?
Yeah.
G, you're my mate and you're a poet and all.
Yeah.
We was listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers there. The first one was called, by the way, the second one was called Danny California. That's what we were just listening to then.
don't you?
I know all these things about those guys because I really like them. So the crikey. Hello. Pussycat Dolls are on stage now. I've got a migraine. Come on, give me a break. Pussycat Dolls, they're a good-looking bunch of girls, aren't they?
I'm more into the music.
Yeah, well, that's obviously what defines them. But other than the old records they do out of their gobs, they're all pretty attractive.
What's your favourite?
I don't know, really. It'd probably be the one that was less aggro to trick into sex. Would be the one I'd probably go
the
for.
most insecure one.
The one, which
Who's find her?
Who's the most insecure? There's a few little tests I like to do. You simply fix them a stare and hello. Like that, and then the high pitch. Hello. I liked them girls, them Pussycat Dolls. Anyway, one of them waved at me, but I can't remember which one it is because of the
one of
migraine.
them, I think fancies you because you waved, but I can't remember. It
And
was
they
the
asked me-
dark-haired one.
They asked me to be in a video. The dark-haired ones are the ones I fancy most. They were in. They asked me to be in a video once a little while ago. I got a message
Really?
saying, "Do you want to be in a video?"
What did you do?
Goes, "Nah, thanks." It's all right."
Pussycat Doll, what's that? A children's telly programme?
Pussycat Dolls, what's that, like Bagpuss, I suppose? Is it all right? Who am I? I'll be if I could be the Professor Snaffle. I liked him. He was all right. What was he called, Professor?
Professor
He goes,
Yaffle.
Yaffle. I liked him. Yeah, he was cool. That guy. Yeah, actually, they're all right. I mean, if someone, yeah, no, let's not go on about it. But I wouldn't mind going out of any of them. To tell you the truth, why get
You
bogged
sound
down
sad
in
saying that.
bureaucracy? It sounds bad, does it?
Yeah, well, no, it sounds sad to say, I'll have any of them.
I'll have any. I mean, if you've got a pussycat doll spur, I'm not fussy.
Are they American or English?
I think they're Americans, Matthew. So, here's a few messages. Russ, you should call your book Russell Brand Sighting, if anything. Love the show. Eat oats to ease a migraine, from Caroline and Lindsay.
That's an idea.
I ain't
Eat
got no
oats.
bleed notes. If I had a note, I'd stuff it down my gob as soon as look at it.
Yeah.
There's another message here, a suggestion for the book title from someone anonymous. Russell, book title idea. Who needs free love in an affluent society? Quite intelligent, actually. But
Too long. Won't go down well at Tesco's.
The Tesco's crowd, other supermarkets are available. Lots of love, says Sam in Chester, but before that he starts going on like this. Hi Russ and fellows, I'm travelling with my friend Caroline to Liverpool tomorrow to see you doing stand-up. I'm contacting with you concerned about your tiredness for said gig. I hope you're not wearing yourself out and doing too much. This email is purely out of concern and also to preempt a proposal of marriage from Caroline in your direction tomorrow, as she's in love with you. Thanks for hosting live, otherwise the time in between singing would have been dull. Thank you very much, Sam, that's lovely of you. I will be tired, and you should probably know that I'm so tired that I think that I'm probably will only live a couple more years. Here's another email. This is from Chris. He reckons he's in Cornwall, but I was down in Cornwall the other day. I never saw no one called Chris. I did pretty bloody good inquiries as well. I asked almost everyone I met. He says, I've got Live Earth on TV now, on a live feed over the internet and on Radio 2. It's doing my nutting. I can't imagine how bad it must be for you with a migraine as well. Loving the show, though. Persevere, I say, says Chrissy in Cornwall.
It is mad, isn't it? We've got...
a lot of pressure.
So many wires.
So many wires everywhere, all these wires, all these bits and bobs, all these switches. I mean, I tell you the truth, actually, I'm glad we're doing this, because when I wasn't on stage, I'd just be thinking about my migraine and whether or not I could go out of a pussycat doll, and I'd just spend my time thinking about that through a big cloud of headache. I'd rather just be here talking to, people I love, by which I mean the people in this room and the people listening to this show. Not a selective love, more the universal love that's in all of our arts.
Doctor Who, did you approach him?
I couldn't. He seemed quite aloof, but that might have been because he was the top of a staircase and I was the bottom of one. It might have been simple sort of geography, to tell you the truth.
That does give the
I
impression
thought,
of aloofness.
who's he think he is?
Up there, so tall,
Looking down on me.
with these stair shoes on.
Look at him, he's got that sort of staggered ladder leading up to him. Oh, Lord almighty, up there on high. Little on the inside, big on the outside. Call that telly, I don't know what you mean. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum. Hey, says Lewis. How about...
I'm loving this migraine.
This migraine's given me access to a whole new area of brilliance inside my brain. Hi there. How about Russell Brand Manvestite, says Lewis. Manvestite. Interesting. Lewis!
I think one of the Pussycat Dolls is a Manvestite.
Oh, which one? Not that
Red
would
hair.
help with a decision. That's one of the nicer ones.
Do you think?
I mean, she is a bit, I see what you're saying, but nonetheless, they've certainly got a lot of energy, haven't they?
Lot of energy.
Certainly, lovely girls, and a lot of them, and I wish them all the best, I must say. What about it? Another text message here. Hey Russ, how's it going? My title suggestion says Paul in Pool. That's confusing. He's from the place Paul, and he's called Paul.
That shows up our bad diction.
Pool. Paul in Pool.
No.
Paul in Pool. His suggestion for the bookie book is The Poor Playboy. Not bad. The Poor Playboy.
Oh, look at you playing your little violin.
I never had no money,
As a boy,
but I got plenty of honey.
I just used buttons to buy things. I'd go down to newsagents just with some buttons and a fistful of hope. Here's a message from Jack in Wigan. Hey, Russell, Mikey, Matt, G. What's he putting Mikey so high on the list for? I'll rearrange that myself. Hey, Russell, Matt, G, Nick, Her Majesty the Queen of England, Princess Di, Queen of Hearts, everyone at Wembley, and finally, that devious, sexually aggressive Scottish pervert, Mikey. I've come up with a possible title for your bookie book. Why not call it Men's Needs? Here's the reasoning behind this. You're a mannish man who obviously is a hit with women.
A mannish man?
Yeah, it's what he says, mannish man. Take it out with Jack from Wigan, Matt. Hey? We don't get against semantics. with me because Jack from Wigan. Jack
You
from
don't
Wigan.
seem very mannish with your little protestations, your wobbly little haircut.
Jack from Wigan.
My wobbly haircut sits on top of my
That's
masculinity.
the book title. My wobbly haircut.
My wobbly haircut by Russell Brand. Not bad. But hold on, let's see what Jack from Wigan's on about. Here is the reasoning behind this. You're a mannish man who's obviously hit with the women. Remember, Shagger of the Year 2006, and vegetarians, sexist vegetarians. That'd have been a more appropriate award. All right, darling, give us a bit of veggie haggis. Sexiest vegetarian 2007. And when I imagine you, I see you needing what men need. For example, wet flannels and Sky Plus. Other things are available that do the same job. I don't need a wet flannel. I don't like it when people put flannels in the bath because it feels like there's clothes in there. Confuses me. Do you know what I mean? Well, you're in the bath, people start putting flannels in.
What is that? What Marsha and your lackeys do?
Some of the lackeys will come
Flannels are technically clothes.
Technically, that's clothes for a tiny ghost. Also, wow,
You both said that at the same time, and it's a weird thing to say.
Call it that. I also think there is a song called Men's Needs, so whenever someone approaches the book in W.H. Smith's, other bookshops are available, that song can play. Jack from Wigan. Well, it's all right,
I have to
Jack.
go,
Well, I like
I'm
wobbly
looking
haircuts
for
as well.
men's needs.
I'm looking for men's needs. Well, look down your trousers, darling, because that's the root of it all. Here is a message from Scarlett. I think you should call your book Russell Brand What You Didn't Read in the Papers. Not as amusing as my bookie book, but hopefully the publishers might be more keen on it. If you do come, Doctor Who, can I please be your assistant, or at least on the rota? Actual love and virtual hugs. Lovely old Scarlett. Yes to everything you've ever said, Scarlett. Yes, 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 yes.
If you were Doctor Who, well, you could have an assistant that was like a Dalek who turned good.
Oh, I'd love that. I've turned him to the other side.
Hey, Russell.
What do we want to do now? Go out and have a boogie? Do you want to touch me? Do you want to? Go on then, do it then.
That's just Jimmy Savile, but a bit more irate.
Bogey, have a bogey.
Why don't you accept this punch with good grace? Hey, guess what happened when I was walking off stage? There's some like first aid people come bowling along. They had a stretcher with them. There was with two girls. One of the girls had previously fainted while I was on stage. Because I'm so sexy.
What?
She'd fainted. The first
She
aid
was
person-
nauseous.
I can't remember what it was, or she tried to commit suicide. I can't remember what it was. And like, they goes, oh, this girl fainted like while you was on the stage and everything. I went, oh, did you? And she goes, will you sign my T-shirt? I thought,
What, the girl who fainted?
Yeah,
asked
fainted.
you to sign her T-shirt.
Faintly said that. Yes, I signed it.
So she faints looking at you from a distance, and then when she
know.
actually asks you, oh, can you sign this?
Yeah, I know. Actually, the closer I get to her, the less she cares
It
about
was a
me.
ruse.
I should marry her. She would be utterly indifferent. Well, there was a stretcher there, Matt. Otherwise, I'd have agreed with your ruse verdict. Right, but it seems
Yeah, but the
that
stretcher bearers were fooled.
What do you mean the stretcher bearers were fooled?
wake
Stretcher
up, you're so
bearers,
naive.
they got nous, mate. They got a lot of nous. You don't let someone bear a stretcher that ain't got no nous. Put that down.
Russell, are you at the side of the stage?
I'm at the side of the stage.
Wow, this works. How is it?
It's good, you know. Right, there's been a bit of a delay. The Foo Fighters are up to something. I don't know what they're doing, but there's been a delay. So I've got 4 minutes, right, just to stand around here, side of the stage. I'm just drifting about. I just see Miranda Richardson, you know, Queen out of Blackadder II.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've just had a talk to
Has
her.
she got red hair in real life, or?
Sort of red, yeah, and she's got a really nice face. She was nice to me, and it made me feel better about having my migraine. I told her about the migraine as well. I'm going around telling her, listen, Matthew, it's the only conversation starter I've got.
Did you see the Pussycat Dolls again?
I ain't seen the Pussycat Dolls. Apparently they've been taken out by an armed guard because people heard the link that we did talking about, and they were taken out by some real heavy brutes. So yeah, I've got a good link to do in a minute, right? Like Live Earth in Germany is just ending. I think Shakira's playing there now, and you know there's that text message thing. You've got to text
Pledge.
that pledge. Yeah, you've got to text the pledge to 82004. You've got to text that pledge in. Right, they got 44,000 pledges, so we've got to beat them, haven't we? Because
no.
we're at Wembley.
But how many have we got? Maybe we already are beating them.
We've got 9 pledges. It's only been 9 bloody pledges. So that's not enough pledges to get us through the night. I
So-
go through that many pledges every half hour.
What, Russell, what
Yes,
can you
mate.
say of what's going on with the Foo Fighters? What's
Let me have a
happening?
look. I'm going to go right over near the Foo Fighters.
Give us a
now.
report.
Hold on. All right, let's have a look. Right, I can see a Foo Fighter. He's crying. He going. I don't like being in the Foo Fighters no more.
Oh,
He's got
no.
tears streaming down his face. He's trying to kiss men. It's out of control.
Do you think you could be of assistance?
I think what I'm going to do is I'll just go over there and say, guys, I know a little track called When I'm 64. I think we're about to blow the roof off Wembley. Get ready, guys. Your career's about to get a little bit more sexy. and then, perhaps I'll suggest that to them.
So what, they're not going to come on and you're going to have to throw to Shakira in Germany?
Now, Shakira from Germany, we're having a little butcher's at her now. What's going to happen, mate, is they're nearly ready. I can see the Foo Fighters.
Oh?
Foo. That's what I'll say to them, which keeps them cheerful. People look at me then just like it's a bit mental. It's weird because I can see out right into Wembley. I can see a sea of people. I can see the Foo Fighters getting all prepared. You can feel all the tension as people prepare themselves. And then there's just me standing here talking to you and our glorious listeners. It's probably going to be about, 2 minutes before I have to go on stage. And there are no more emails, Matthew.
Yeah, there's loads here.
Go on, read one out.
Hey,
I like
Russell
it when
and
you do an email.
Yeah, I did a link when you were...
Get lost.
on the way.
Was
I
it
had
any
to go.
good?
Brilliant, actually.
Hello,
All on my own.
Russell's not here now, he's at the side of the stage.
I did say side of the stage. That's the only thing. Right, let's have a look at this. Hey, Russell, Matt and Mr. G. Matt, Mr. G and Russell, I think now.
Look at Matt driving the link.
Russell's in Hawaii or something, I don't know. I think the bookie work should be called Hairspray, It's a Way of Life. Or Russell Brand, This Is Not a Kiss and Tell. Yeah. Live Earth is great. I loved Snow Patrol just now, because we played Snow Patrol.
Did we?
Yeah, so Hairspray, A Way of Life.
I mean, it's okay. I just don't think any of these names are as good as Bookie Book, mate.
Also, Hairspray, It's a Way of Life is a bit against the message of today.
Suppose so. I can see Edith Bowman. Shall I just go up and lunge at her?
Get her.
Go and get her. Right, she's not doing nothing, is she? Here, Edith, all right. Are you on telly? Are you doing telly now? Oh, Edith's doing telly. People are like trying to talk to her in a grown-up way. Someone's trying to drag me onto the stage. I'm just doing my radio show for Radio 2. Say hello.
Hi, Russell. How are you? Doing a great job tonight.
Thank you. I've got a migraine. No one knows about it. I'm just suffering in
Spinal
silence.
Tap. They're really glad to have you in their ears, actually.
They could hear me in their ears. How? See you later, Edith. Edith's going to be on telly now.
She didn't care about your migraine, did she?
She didn't, did she? That's what I mean, Matt. That's what I'm getting everywhere. Listeners, you are the only people that care about my bloody migraine.
What were you doing in Spinal Tap's ears?
Well, I just slivered in there, laid most of my eggs, to tell you the truth. They're going to be having some lovely little visitors in about 9-monthly poos. Glorious little
They
fellas.
were good, actually, Spinal Tap, weren't they?
I really liked him, mate.
Funny,
Yeah.
they've aged a bit.
Of course they've aged. That's the relentless march of time, mate. You can't stop that happening. Not with any of your bonkers science or your witchcraft or your superstition. Right, I'm marching now right towards the stage. Perhaps, Rob, why don't you see if you can keep it going right up to the point where I get it? Because now that I'm being really rushed by like a stage manager, I'm walking out in front of people, I'm near the crash barrier bit.
Do they think you're talking to yourself?
There's people jostling. I can see jostlers. Right now the stage manager's holding out an open palm, which either means stop or I do not have a weapon. I'm going to assume he's telling me he's unarmed and go right for his nut bag. Hold on, he's giving me a microphone on a cable. Right, thank you.
This
means
is thrilling stuff.
Hold on, I'm about to go onto the stage. I should probably take these things out of my ear holes. Matthew, do you reckon you can keep it going for a few seconds while I walk on the stage? Right, here we go.
We can't see you on the screen.
It's going to be a direct little crossover now. I'm going to stop speaking here. I'm going to wander straight out onto the old stagey poos at Wembley.
Okay.
Oh, this migraine's killing me, man.
Yeah, you're
I
not
don't know
going
how
on
we're
about
doing
it much, actually.
No, I'd hardly ever mention it. Oh, look, hold on.
Get out there.
I'm going to be on the stage in 8 seconds. It's mental. Right, here we go, 5 seconds. Shakira's wrapping up. Right, here I go. Get ready to listen to me on the stage. Here we go.
There he goes, Russell Brand.
Wow, hello, everyone.
There he is again.
That was good, wasn't it, Shakira? I got vital information. Here it is.
I got a migraine.
Right, that Live Earth in Germany, that's wrapping up now. And you know that pledge thing I keep going on about, you know, where you have to text 82004? In Germany, they got 44,000 commitments. Now, we know that the spirit of Live Earth is not about competition, but we are at Wembley, and it is Germany. So text some pledges now, and we shall show them that we always triumph at Wembley. I'm back in the studio now with my main man, Matty Morgan, Mr. G, the poet. That was good, wasn't it, when I done that?
Yeah, it was clever.
Be good if people was watching telly as well with the sound down, listening to our radio show, because then they'd hear that. I'm going to get up there, and then they'd see that moment. So try doing that. Also, do it with your trousers down, just for the kick. This is from Degina. Hi, Russell. I think you should call your book Here. Have a little read of this and tell what's his name. MySpace is not just for kids. Well, there you are. What's his face? Hope you've got that down your little neck.
What's his face?
Yeah, you.
I've done
doing
my
your
own link.
links. I've done my own link earlier. You'll be telling people about. He'll be going on about that forever, won't he? Oh, I remember when I done my own link, boy. Oh, this came in the
world it is. Doing your own links. Oh, blimey. I forged it out of sweat and tears, that link. Ooh, I spat apple during that, but that's just the price you pay. So, this is from Rebecca Smiles. That's a statement. Hey, Matt G, Mikey and Russ, just a few ideas for Russell's
Who was
book
last
title.
in that list?
High on... Oh, you cheeky... Wow, I didn't even notice anymore. That's how beautiful my ego is. I must be transcending into a better place. I must be the new Jesus out there caring about the old carbonites. Don't have no more carbonites for your dinner, no matter what you do. Shame we couldn't do that. This was one of the links we couldn't do because there wasn't time. Right, I was going to go, get your loft insulated and you will save 4 million tonnes of carbon, enough to fill this stadium, although that would be a really rubbish gig. That's funny, isn't it?
Yes.
Also, insulate the walls and ceiling in your house, because then you could
it was still about the loft.
Oh yeah, insulate your loft, because then you could keep a member of your family up there and no one would know they was there, and also the insulation would soak up their wee-wee, and if they tried to headbutt the wall for attention or to try and knock themselves out, they would remain conscious throughout their ordeal. Getting any of this, Nan, or something like that. Watch out, Nan, this means you. Quite brilliant, but
Well, you've ruined it there.
Thinking about it, I'm glad it didn't have to happen. Here's just a few ideas for Russell's book title. High on Life, not bad. Matt and me, good luck. Matt, I want Matt to call his biography. Matt's autobiography's got to be called Where's Matt? Because that's one of my things I'm always saying. And if you don't call it...
Well, hang on, that's a bit egotistical of you.
Yes, it
My
is.
autobiography
Yep.
is called Where's Matt from your perspective.
Exactly.
You're
Where's
solipsistic.
Matt? I am Solip's lipstick. If you don't like it, mate, you can get Solip's eyeshadowed. Lipstick, a powder and paint, lipstick. I really like that song, and I don't know why we never hear it anymore. That's why I'm going to sing it. Lipstick, powder and paint, lipstick, powder and paint. Is you is or is you ain't? Lipstick. I like the bit where it goes, is you is or is you ain't. That's brilliant. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
someone's trying to
Oh,
sneak
God,
in.
the door's open.
No. Oh, it's just to bring food this time. It's all right, it's only food. It's Debbie who's leads me to the stage. Thank you, Debbie. Some lovely, delicious dinner to stave off the migraine. Matt and me, this charming man, maybe. Each new day, why would I call it that? I hope you like it. That's from Rebecca. Thank you, Mr. G, for taking this plate of dinner off of me.
Surely that red light outside means don't come in.
Yeah, well, not to people like Debbie. They see a red light, they think, oh, hello, there's some fun. Roxane! You don't even have to do it. Why'd you keep doing it for then? Anaya. Oh, there, this is this woman in the audience I see sometimes. Hello, Russell. I've told you before you should call your book I Believe This Is Verbatim. That's not bad, but it's because it's something I say, but I only say that in one show, so only a tiny number of people know that. If, of course, you fail to get your way with Bookie Book, which is brilliant, how about it? You ain't got a migraine. Men are such babies when they're ill. It is. I had blindness. I had all the symptoms going
You
down.
have got a migraine.
I definitely have. I wouldn't make a
Sexist.
fuss about it. Yeah. Damn her. This is from Lex. Oh no, Alex, because Lex, that would be Superman's arch enemy, and we'd have to really wise up if he gets involved, because he hates the environment guy. Russell, says Alex, how many of the Pussycat dolls are you going to try and get hold of tonight? You could let Matt have the ropey-looking one who looks about 50. There isn't a ropey-looking one, and Matt's good at chatting up birds. You want to watch out for him. He always says, don't mention it on the radio, though. Tells me the filthiest stories. Mr. and
Who's
Mrs. Morgan,
talking?
I hope you're listening, because your son is a shameful disgrace to the Morgan clan. Bob and Sue Morgan.
Shut up,
That
you
lad is a disgrace. It's him. Before I met Matt, I used to occasionally have the odd joint. Within 6 months, I was a heroin addict, and I only knew how to address women if they were prostitutes. That's what that boy had done to me. So, yeah, I'm not going to try and have it off with the Pussycat Dolls. They are good enough to try and make them a wife, aren't they, if you met a Pussycat Doll?
No.
No? Well, you've got to get a wife one day, Matt. What are we going to do? How are we ever going to get babies?
But that's
Me and
not-
you
they're not
trying
like
to grow 'em in
particularly credible
on a bit
artist,
of
is
tinfoil.
it?
What, the Pussycat? Who are we going to marry then?
Oh, I'm alright. I'll sort myself out. You're the one with the problem.
I ain't got a problem, mate. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying it. I'm out there at Wimbledon. I'm having the time of my life out there.
It's
With a
Wimbledon.
screeching headache. Hello, Russell, says Dave from Maidstone. Call the book Branded for Life. Dave,
We
we've
have told you.
No puns. Come on, Dave.
Yeah, look, it looks better now that it's getting dark.
That's not better now, it's getting dark and I'm not on there, staggering about with an headache. Dave Grohl goes fit, doesn't he? Bloody hell, he's fit as a fiddle. Why isn't that guitar plugged in?
Because it's on a radio.
Oh, you don't have to plug him in no more?
No, unlike you, if you're...
I need a microphone with a lead.
And he did with the lead. Well, it'll just be a radio mic with a lead sellotaped on. Fine! As long as there's a lead, because I can swish it about like Morrissey does. And if there's no lead, there's no Russell. Get it? Right? Okay? I don't think the Twin Towers should have been knocked down. What's wrong with you guys? Bob Tell me more. Up yours.
God, I don't know if it is a migraine or some sort of episode.
You think I might be having an episode?
I think you are.
It's good, isn't
I
it?
think that stretcher was for you.
I'm getting right to the source of that stretcher. Oh, was the comfiest, warmest friend I've ever had. He's been like a brother to me. This is from James. All right, Matt, listen, if I get another email that doesn't say Russell Brand, Comedy Award winner, 2007, Time Out Comedian of the Year, Shag of the Year, and listing all my accolades. All right, Matt, Russell G and whoever, I've been, for some reason, flicking on and off this concert for, and I can't remember what for. I'm ashamed to say I wasn't looking at who was playing. I heard a tune and thought I quite like that. It was James Blunt. I nearly vomited. James, don't have a go at James Blunt, 'cause he's all right, and he...
You've seen him knocking about today?
Yeah, he's a bit like that. He talks like this a bit. Hey, hello, right there. So, like,
No, he doesn't.
He does a bit. He talks a bit like, hey, how's it going? He talks like that. He talks like, yeah. He goes, hey, I've got to go on after Spinal Tap. He speaks in noises.
Don't ever go at James Blunt and then you say that he talks like
I
that.
like James Blunt, mate. I'm standing right up for him. Jamie Blunt, where are we going to go with that rhyming scheme? Hello, no, I like him. This is from Michael from Rugby. Is that again, or is there lots of people from Rugby getting in touch? Hello, fellas, well done. Fellas now, just been grouped in with you lot.
Bunch of lads,
You unaward-winning folks.
What have you written on your hand?
The text number. Text 82004 and text that pledge, if you like, because it's good. 7-point pledge.
Robot.
Yeah, what, me? I'm like a robot. As soon as I see that, I say a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see what happened when I see my own pants. Crying.
I cry when I see those disgusting
Hey,
things.
them pants are sexy and ironic. Hello, fellas. Well done on making this unbearable concert bearable, says
Why is it
Michael.
unbearable?
It's quite good, isn't it, the concert? Look
Some
at Dave
good
Grohl
acts.
now, running around. Brilliant. Spinal Tap earlier,
Metallica.
Lovely. Just thought you'd be interested to know that whilst filming Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Gary Oldman was doing impressions of old Russ between takes. Most likely because he plays Sirius Black, who's a bit of a long-haired rebel without a cause. I've got a cause, it's the Revolution and the Resolution. The Resolution. You've all got to register, otherwise we won't know who's most smash what. He done impressions of me, Gary Oldman. That's good news, isn't it?
No, he might have been scathing.
They won't have been scathing if I know old Gary Oldman. They'd have been affectionate ones. Most likely they'd be going, oh, hello, I've ever got such talents. Something like that.
I saw John Coleshaw earlier.
Coleshaw?
Yeah, he did an impression of you, do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember,
He walked
actually.
up, saw you, and I saw him sort of do that thing where he go, oh, hello.
Well, he got embarrassed and
scratched his head
diverted
walked
himself.
off, yeah, because I reckon he thought, oh no.
I'm going to get
Look how
Coleshaw.
look
I
how
will
tall he
prize
is.
his buttocks apart and I will give
Shout.
that man hell. I will shout into him.
Good.
I'm going to fill Coleshaw with the echoes of my own mind. I'm going to use Coleshaw as a megaphone. I didn't mind him doing that impression. I like it when they do impressions. Jonathan
Really,
Ross has
'cause
done one.
means you've arrived.
Yeah, Lee Francis done one. Phil Cornwell done one. A lot of other people. Phil Cornwell, he's
Cornwell.
really good. He's
Yeah, no, he's good. Yeah, what about Phil
What?
Collins?
What about him?
He swore.
Phil Collins swore.
He
What
said
for?
the F word or something.
Actually, well, I'm just eating my dinner now. What's he got to swear about?
It's the lyrics to a song. I can't remember which one, but he
I
just...
can feel it coming in the bloody air. Oh, F this. What is he swearing for?
I don't know, he just went mad.
Come on, Phil, get a grip,
Don't
mate.
eat your dinner on the radio.
You can sometimes, mate, special occasions when you've got a migraine or you've gone mad. Delicious. I'm glad this has been captured. Because tomorrow when it goes, Russell Brand's dead now. People go, yeah, it was predictable. Okay, we've got any more electronic mail boxes?
Yes.
Oh, Matthew, now Matt's done a link. He thinks he's bloody Ken Bruce.
Hang on.
He can do the whole lot.
Go on, have these then.
All right, go on. Right,
Oh, hang on, there's some new ones coming in the door. Look at that.
One's in the door. Right,
It's
Nick
chaotic
Hansen, Nick's
here,
passing on.
mainly because you're eating your dinner.
Russell, Matt and G, about time. Matt's book will be called Matt Morgan, Me and Kitchen Towels. Keep up the great work, from Andy J. He will never write a book because he's too ashamed
will,
of
actually.
everything he's ever done.
No.
What? You're always ashamed of things. Don't put that in your book. I'm
Yeah,
going to
because-
get a lawyer to read that book. All you ever say to me. Because you're embarrassed about your... Oh, no. I
No, I'm
some
not, it's
dinner
just that
right near my willy.
What?
I just got some dinner on my finger.
Oh, good,
And
I
I
hope
wiped
that-
it near my willy. Now I've got to go out on stage at
I hope the
Wembley.
Pussycat Dolls spit at you.
I do as well, mate. That's the best thing they could do. I'll just lay prostate, get all pussycat spat on.
Hang on, I haven't even had a go at you for that jacket yet.
What? It's a nice jacket. Gold bits around the side. What do you want? Jam on it?
You look like a pack of fags.
I do not look like a pack of fags.
You
What
look like
brand?
JPS. JPS.
JPS? They don't even exist no more, Grandad. This is a lovely letter from Sarah. Hello, Russell, Matt and G. I think you should call your book The Art of Trashiness, which, of course, references the great book Shaggy. Scooby-Doo was a gutless coward. Why are we admiring him for? It closely mirrors the title of Dalai Lama's book, The Art of Happiness. You could have a picture of you on the cover reading the Dalai Lama's book upside down. Quite a good scheme. You should work in advertising, Sarah or Sarah. P.S. Use lavender oil for your headache. Not headache, but migraine. The grisly nuclear cousin of the headache. Here's another little letter. It's from a person claiming to be called Charlie Mowgli and Flares. Oh, that's someone from the lovely fan site. Do have a look at the fan site, russellbrandfansite.com. Have a look at that and then have a look at the forum. There's all people on there now. Hello, I know you're listening. I know you're frantically typing there. This is a lovely letter from Charlie. Hope your migraine is going. You've been really good on Live Earth so far. I'm watching over the internet and listening to your radio show. I think your new book should be called Dickensian Elegance and My Bookie Book. That way you can still call it Bookie Book, but you will also satisfy all the squares who wish your book to have a more formal name. I ain't got no Dickensian Elegance really though, have I? Who's that? Someone
Baby in headphones.
Oh, that'll be Dave Grohl's Baby that was just flashed up if you're watching the coverage on the internet. Here's another letter, right? It's from someone called Kate. She says, call the book Recalcitrant Swine or Meretricious Nonsense, something which utilises the flamboyance and creativity usually expressed in your unique swordsmanship. I was eating dinner when I was standing up. You swordsmanship. You just done some dead hair. You done a dead hair.
Oh, Al Gore's going to come in here. You're dead.
Okay, guys. Al Gore, what's he doing strutting around? Can't even be president, then starts telling us what to do. What do you make of all that? He can't be a proper president. No, I like Al Gore, do I? Is he nice?
Well, he's certainly helping the environment.
It's a good thing that he's doing.
Did you watch his film? You didn't, did you?
Nah, I watched Jackass 2, even though the lads from Jackass really upset me when they came on our television programme once. Well, not all of them, they were all lovely, but Johnny Knoxville was,
yeah,
a bit upsetting,
he's a dark
wasn't he?
character, isn't he, really?
He was a little bit, but I hope he finds happiness. You should call the book Russell blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Plus, it'd force idiots to get out a bloody dictionary, continues this woman, if I called it something complex like that, instead of buying books by Jordan and Jamie Oliver, both who are very nice people. That's Kate in Hampshire. Might confuse people if there's a lot of syllables in the book title, mightn't it, Matt?
Yeah, but I think if you want to make money out of your book, you do sort of have to stand shoulder to shoulder with Jordan and Jamie Oliver.
Do I?
Well, yeah.
Shoulder to shoulder with them, eating cooked dinner on one side and I'll look down her cleavage. Hey, what a line-up, lovely bit of fun, come on.
Eat your dinner.
Lovely. Okay, well, so, what?
We've got, I think, a Kasabian queued up.
Why? Are we going to play a couple of that they done earlier? Kasabian were probably the first band today that really
got things going.
They kicked it off, didn't they? They done well. I like that lad Tom, who's the lead singer out of it. I know him a little bit. He's got a lot of, energy. And Serge, of course.
Why do you keep saying people have got a lot of energy?
Why?
Sounds like euphemism.
Got a lot of energy.
Pussycat Dolls got a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. You also see the state of his bathroom floor. Energy all over the bloody place. I had to clear it up. Best thing to do, just pour salt straight on it. Or some red wine or white wine, depending on the colour. Best thing to do, lifts the stains, don't you know? And Sir, they listen to our podcasts on their tours.
I know, yeah. They do,
Good, isn't it? Nice that happens. So, I actually had to wee in a bottle just then, didn't I?
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I've done the lid up. It's all there, all nice.
The toilet's not that far away.
It's quite far. I would never have got back in time for this thing. I do a little bit, because I tell you why, because bodily functions, I feel like they've kind of got a mastery over us. Like, you've got to go for a wee now. And I think, no way. I'll just wee in a bottle in a studio. There.
With a load of people there who don't know what to do and where to look.
No one seemed to mind that much. The other thing I like doing is if you get some tea and it's too hot, I like putting cold water in it, because it makes me think, there, too hot were ya? We'll see about that.
You're a scientist of sorts.
In a way,
An
I am.
alchemist.
I'm an alchemist and I baffle facts. I'm a fact baffler, baby.
You're a man who wees in bottles, and you always will be.
And I baffle facts. I'm a bottle-weeing fact baffler. Mike, are you trying to take me off on a little journey?
Off he goes.
Why are you scared of talking all of a sudden? What's he doing?
It's touching your mic pack. I don't
My
think
backpack's come out. Why have I even got a backpack? I don't know what
mic
it's
pack.
Oh, what for that? I've got an earpiece. I'm supposed to have one on stage. I don't put it in. It's a drag.
Have you got
get off
from the gallery, like director talking to you?
Yeah, I've got a director in here, but it's really awful, like sort of quality. You can go, get off, please.
That man's got. He's got a condition.
Not someone with a condition.
It is.
He would never do that.
Russell, get off there, please. Please, it's only a minute, get for fast, I will ya. Get come on.
It's like that. It's horrible. I'd rather just someone just poked me with a stick and I'll walk off when it's convenient. So we've got to go and do a link now. Right, I've got to go and walk to the stage and do a bit of live stuff. Let's do that thing again where I talk all the way up to the stage. Now, I understand Matt did the worst link in his brief career in broadcasting.
All
What
I said
happened?
was, Russell's busy, nothing else matters.
Russell's busy, nothing else
You've
matters.
undermined my confidence in it.
Oh, you're brilliant. Don't you know that yet, you silly sod?
Thank you.
So, like, what's funny, though, is...
So what's
like,
funny, though, about this is...
Don't get all cocky now. What's really good is that he goes, like, Russell's busy, nothing else matters. Like, you can't cope when I'm busy. Nothing else matters anymore. Not the sun in the sky, not the lips on a golden child. Why would you care about the lips of a golden child? Whoa, you
What was the
pervert.
Golden Child? That was that Eddie Murphy
Brilliant,
film,
that Eddie
wasn't it?
Murphy film. I really like that. How many people have survived this test? None! All right, doesn't matter. So, guess what happened, right? People like Mikey, that Scotch nit, I know you're not supposed to say that, other Scottish people, but I mean specifically Michael, right? He goes to me, oh, I came off stage doing that bloody link, right? And I don't know if I've mentioned I've got a migraine, and I used to be a drug addict. Come off stage, right? And they goes, oh, why do you want to interview Madonna for 30 seconds? I went, yeah, of course, that'd be brilliant.
in 30 seconds.
Oh, in 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, all right, brilliant. Either way, great. You know, and like, I started wandering towards her. I goes, does she know? They went, no. They were just going to let me walk up to Madonna with them daft all right. Because the thing is you feel a bit undermined because you've got these little earphones in your ear holes and you've got a microphone. So I'd be going over to her like a little nerd. Oh, Madonna, can you have a chick, please? Right, and it's like, I'm not doing that. Go and ask her first. And, God, happily. But I don't want to be in the subordinate position of scuttling up to Madonna like a little nerf rat.
She's surrounded by burly men and stuff.
She wasn't actually. She was just on a Todd, and I was struck by her kind of, she's ultimately just a woman in the world, isn't she, right?
She's
And
small.
Little. So I just bowled straight past her, and there's this choir of kids. You'll see them in a minute. Is that Terence Stamp on the telly? Hey, go to the BBC website, bbc.co.uk, and... /Live Earth. Give it a roll, slash. bbc.co.uk/Live Earth. Go and check things out. What can they see live streaming on there?
There'll be videos.
There'll be videos. Have a look. Don't miss out now, because your friends are watching them. You'll feel lonely. Right, so I'll just walk past her because I didn't want to embarrass myself while Mikey or whoever went to ask her if she would mind doing
Did they
an
actually
interview.
do that? I asked her.
I think they may have done. And there was this, like, she's being backed by this big choir of kids, right? I know. And guess what? Terence Stamp, right, who I really admire and like as an actor, you will have seen twice me have little tantrums. One, when I was going on stage, I was going to the stage manager. I goes, what am I throwing to? He goes, oh, I don't know. I goes, well, don't send me on there if I don't know what I'm throwing to. So, I mean, because that's out of order. And then the second thing, when I came off, they goes, do you want to interview Madonna? I go, yeah, great. Have you asked her? They went, no. And I goes, well, don't send me to interview Madonna if you haven't asked her. So Terence Stamp will just think I'm this bloke who goes through life going, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's how boring. So I've made myself look bad in front of Zod. That's General Zod! One of my great heroes is Zod. I used to think about him every day.
You made me dress up as him.
You look great dressed up as General Zod in that TV.
I wasn't happy.
No, you weren't. You hated it. We used to do this TV programme on E4. Russell Brand's got issues. It was so shoddily fought through when it Matt. And I used to, because I didn't like doing it on my own, I wanted Matt there, so Matt had to dress up as General Zod.
No, it wasn't.
Stand
It
in
was
the background.
even more demeaning than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It was General Zod's nephew.
Andrew Zod or something.
Andrew Zod.
This is Andrew Zod, General Zod's nephew. He was very funny, and he used to have to wear ladies' makeup and just stand there dressed otherwise as General Zod, except for the ladies' makeup. And he used to go, I hate it. All I do all the way through that programme is I've got my key for my dressing room, and I just hold my key thinking, this will be over soon. This will be over soon. Standing there dressed as General Zod in makeup.
I
What a
used to hate
twerp.
that.
It's well funny. That was the best thing about that bloody show. I don't know, we tried our hardest. We get through life. The next programme we're going to make, Channel 4 in October. What's it called?
Really
Russell
good.
Brand's Ponderland.
Ponderland.
Get ready for some telly, you sexy half-wits. We're making history. So, yeah, right, so anyway, so Terence Stamp's seen me acting like a proper little stuck-up twerp twice in a 10-minute period. He's probably there now. He's on that stage going, yeah, save the world and that, come on, reduce carbon emissions. In his head, all he's thinking is, who was that obnoxious idiot backstage? Well, then,
Did Madonna see your tantrum?
so, no, Madonna never saw it, because Madonna had earplugs in, right, and was standing adjacent to this choir of kids. The choir of kids see me. They went, oh, Russell, and got excited. Lovely little kids, right? Sort of probably aged between 11 and 13 or something. Lovely, like, sort of beautiful, sort of lovely kids in school uniform.
British kids?
British kids,
In
yeah.
school uniform?
Right, yeah, I mean, they're going to be on the telly in a minute or on the internet, watch it on the internet, right? And, like, it'll be, they're backing, you know, like, they're probably, I don't know,
Yeah.
she'll sing a song and a load of kids will come in and back her,
She'll
right?
fake a bit of crying.
Exactly,
And hold
that's-
one of them.
Hold one, like it's all dead and that in her arms. No, she won't. Then, like, I was talking to them kids and getting on dead well with them. Oh, Russell, and I was mucking around with these kids, right? And someone goes, it looked like she was wound up, that you were mucking around with the kids, because she sort of came over and like walked in front of me, was going, I started talking to the kids, but she had sort of earplugs in, so she couldn't really communicate with the kids because she couldn't hear what they were saying or whatever. And I was just like looking at her thinking...
Well, so you had a sort of competition of who got on with children?
Right, we had a Christmas kiddie competition, me versus Madonna, who gets on best with kids. Well, let me tell you, I have a natural rapport with children because I'm a child man myself. Savantish nerd to the end. Right, and then like she was doing it, and I went, oi, Madonna. Madonna. I know, and it's really mad because you're saying Madonna and it's Madonna. And I was just going, oi, mate. I'm saying it in that voice. Madonna, all right. Oh, Madonna, like that, and she was like, had them earplugs in, she couldn't hear it. Madonna, like that, and goes, all right, I'm Russell. And she went, oh, hi, I can't hear because I've got these earplugs in. I was all right, and just like shook her hand, and she goes, oh, I have to lip read, so I said something. Like,
take your earplugs out.
Yeah, and I sort of mimed something to her, like I can't remember what I mimed. Like goes, nice to meet you, sort of just mouthed it, and she went, what? I was nice to meet you, something like that, and then I went,
I'd like to eat you.
Who is this big scary man?
Terence Stamp said the Armaniac, and now you're coming on to Madonna. Well, and then I went, you look lovely, like that, and did a sort of a flourishing gesture.
Fool.
Do you know what I thought? I thought I'll just treat her like it's any woman. Right, like, just try and chat her up.
Yeah.
Like, in a nice...
Chat her up?
Just try and chat her up. Go, you look lovely, like that. And she went, oh, okay, like, and then she just sort of pressed a button on her wristwatch and this big bloke punched me in the face. And then she, like, went off with them, like them kids. I think she's probably going to come on now, but stay with us on Radio 2. Oh, this is the moment of darkness, everyone. Right, if you're sat at home now, turn off your telly, pull your pants down, do what the hell you like in this moment of darkness. Now, come on, this is a good cause, actually, and we do want to do something about the old planet. And that's part of the revolution is ecologically inspired, as you should know. There's my new salt, old Madonna. Get ready. There she's about to knock out a couple of numbers. So I wonder if I can chat up Madonna. Should I try later?
She's married, isn't she?
Oh, I was of the understanding that, well, perhaps she is, I don't know. Yeah, apparently, yeah.
She looks all right, actually.
She does look all right. She looks all right. She's fit as a fiddle, wasn't she? I mean, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, going out with Madonna? Imagine it. I wonder if I can go out with Madonna. I wonder if I'm allowed.
He's going to push your book sales through the roof.
He's going to rocket the old book.
You're going to fill those 10 seats at Liverpool.
They'll sell, yeah. I was like, Madonna might be there, guys. Perched on my lap.
What's she doing with her hand?
Oh, my God. It's really got to her. She's holding herself on the stage. I reckon that meeting with me has affected her in a profound way.
Her veins are popping out of her arms.
Matthew, hold on. Let's just remember that the same people who look after my press look after Madonna's press, and say Madonna is a brilliant artist that has transformed and kept at the hub of contemporary music for ages now, and let's all respect her. And there's them kids I was talking about. If you're looking at streaming anywhere, you'll be able to see them kids. They're just thinking, who was that devilish cavalier chap backstage that had the gall to try and chat up Madonna in that fashion?
She looks good, actually.
She does look nice. We've not said anything offensive about Madonna. She is brilliant, isn't she?
I sort of said that she might do some fake crying, that's all.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So Matt would like to apologise for that. And no, he doesn't want to apologise. All right, fair enough. So let's have a look at some text messages. Russell Brand, vegetarian meat market. Not bad from Adam in Stafford there. I'm assuming that's a suggestion for the book title rather than what he suggests I do after the show. And here is an electro letter. It's from Kelsey. Love who buy is how it ends, but how does it begin? Russell, Matt, G. Loving the show and the live Earth stuff. You're doing a very good job, Russell. Thank you very much, Kelsey. I have an idea for your book. Why not call it The Sexy Space Opera Scrapbook? This idea is based on a comedy act you did with the lovely Noel Fielding at Teenage Cancer Trust, which I went to with my mate Anna. And the scrapbook you have acquired with press cuttings, all collectively packaged together in one book. Yeah, but my books are like, they're good and deep and heavy. It's not just like a scrapbook. That space opera thing, that was funny at Teenage Cancer Trust. That was old Matt's idea, wasn't it? He goes, throw space operas around there, race them round. It's funny, actually.
Got true faces on them as well.
You did, actually. You did a good bit of art there. You used your talent quite brilliantly. Daryl Mitchell-Hill says, Uri, Russell, Matt and G, just a quick hello to you all and a note to say how great Live Earth has been so far. Can you get Mr. G to get the word Geordie into his poem? Because I am a Geordie and I would love it if he could. You've not been writing any notes. Are you writing a poem?
I've already got a poem about Live Earth.
You lay about. Get the word Geordie in it.
I'm helping Matt with his links.
I've heard Matt's links. They could be done by a couple of rats being jabbed with pins. Russell Busy.
think you'd struggle to get them to say Genesis.
I don't think so, because you could get 7 mice and get one to go j, and one to go and one to go n, and one to go and one to go s, and then that would probably sound almost the same. And an infinite number of monkeys with a typewriter would one day say Genesis. So there we are. It's been proven time after time after time.
To the makers of Microleaf, look what you've done.
I took a bunch of Microleaves.
Pink ones, yellow ones.
Pink ones, yellow ones, blue ones. I even ate the cardboard packet. And now I'm microlicious inside my brain. Yeah, other Microleaf things are available.
Those school kids.
Yeah,
if
what
you
about
were
them?
one of the school kids, even if you were at Wembley with Madonna, wouldn't you still think,
I'm wearing my uniform Saturday.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Bloody hell, what have I got to wear my uniform for? You wear your uniform down shops, you do. Got it. I saw you on Saturday, you had your school shoes.
No, never, never my school shoes. I've been to a funeral. Don't try and get out of it. There's no exemptions. If you're wearing your school shoes at a funeral, you've got literally no style. No, you have. I'm not bothered. Who cares? Right. So anyway, get the word Geordie into your poem. Gee, you ain't picked up a crown or nothing. Are you just going to do a pre-written poem?
Yeah.
Because you under. Oh, he's strong. Isn't
take
he?
his
I like
backstage
him.
pass off him.
Gee, hand over your pass and your quill. You're the poet laureate of the youth of this country. You've got a responsibility. As for all biography titles, continues Daryl Mitchell-Hill, do you really need to change it? If you do, then why not Russell Brand, The Origin of the New Revolution? Like it. Pompous. Dig it, man. Dig it. Bookie Wook's still my favourite. If someone had written in and gone, why not call it my Bookie Wook, right, and I'd not thought of it, I would go, that's well funny. Because it's just like, especially if the photo on the front is dead serious, because it's just like, me, all looking serious, right, like I'm a hero looking off into the distance, yeah, in black and white, like, God damn it, I've lived a hell of a life. And then underneath it, it's called My Bookie Wook. It's funny, isn't it? It's daft.
Just have something really incongruous, like
What,
tough as nails or
Tough as nails. Yeah, England's most violent gangs unearthed by Russell Brand. Yeah, what about that programme? It's on the telly, so you probably are allowed to say it, and I think it means it in a literal way. Hard Bastards. It's a programme called...
Oh, God, he said the B word.
No, Bastards is out of the dictionary, so you're allowed to say it. I don't think it's a bad word.
No, it's not.
Not saying it in a pejorative or derogatory way. Okay, sorry anyway, but it is just language, so don't be offended by that. Sorry for having a language! So, this is from Poppy. She goes, she's off of the RussellBrandFansite.com. Hello, Russell, award-winning comedian, vegetarian shagger of the year, Matt and G. Well done, Poppy. Your show is very confusing tonight, and I can't wait for the podcast. How dare you? It's brilliant. I hope your migraine gets better. I don't. I like living in here. It's mad. Your Bookie Wook should be called Russell Brand Gray's Genius. That's weird, though, because that only is alliterative when written down. I love your show. Please, can you say hello to Helena Morgan, who's feeling a bit down now and needs a cuddle? Yes, Helena, cheer up, love. You've got a very daft surname. It was enough to drag anyone down. Rosie, a.k.a. Mogul, and everyone else on the forum. Everyone on that forum, hello. Thank you for your continued support and love. I appreciate it enormously. You're right, Matthew. You watching the telly? Is Madonna on the guitar?
Madonna's playing the guitar.
Why?
Ray
What's
of
she up
Light.
to now? I reckon I've inspired her. I reckon she thinks, ever since I've met that fella, I just want to rock out. So, here. Is New Wembley any worth Matt G... What? Is New Wembley any worth Matt G and old Russ? Can you understand that, Matthew? I don't get it.
That's the end
of a text message. It's not in order.
Let's have a look.
All right, you see if you can understand it. It's baffled me, that text message has. I don't want to sound too old-fashioned, but...
Is Wembley any worth?
mind.
It just means, is New Wembley any good?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, we're just stood in a car park, essentially, but it seems to be relatively pleasant.
But it's weird, when you're in there, it doesn't... When you're stood... Like I stood on the stage for a bit,
Yeah.
you think, it's not that big, because it's sort of a round... It's weird, isn't it? It's
Yes,
like in a squashed ball.
It is like a squashed ball, but when
you see someone walking at the back...
Then you realise, my God, look at the magnitude, that person looks like an ant. But then you realise that there is an ant crawling across your eyeball, and it's only your only friend in the world. It's that little ant.
And you're not even at Wembley.
You've not even been to Wembley. You're sat at home, crunching up migra leaves in your cereal, eating great spoonfuls of the stuff, grinning inanely, making your cat wear a bridal gown. That's what you realise, baby. You can text us if you want, 88291. I didn't realise that was going on. You can email russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. We're finishing a little late tonight. We're going on to 11, ain't we, Matt?
That's
Why are there no
normal time.
news?
That's normal time.
Oh yeah, we started an hour earlier. Why are there no news?
There's
Nothing's happened.
No, nothing's
quite
report.
clearly. It's all going on here, so we don't need no news.
The biggest news story ever.
This is the news. Well, let me tell. All right, then that means I'm in charge of the news. Things is looking good. I got a nice pair of trousers. I'm gonna go out with Madonna. That's the end of the news.
If you went out with Madonna,
yeah,
would you? How would you talk to her?
I'll go, right, love. What's going?
That would last about 2 minutes.
What? She wouldn't like that? Of course she would.
No, she'd like that because of Guy Ritchie, obviously.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
that sort of bloke, isn't he? But
yeah,
I mean, the ego. Your ego's large, but hers.
She can't have a bigger ego than me. I'll take her down to
Imagine
Chinatown in an ego war.
Your ego would be like the moon, and hers would be like the sun.
No way! I'm going to develop my ego. You wait till these films start coming out, then we'll show people who's got the biggest ego.
What about that meeting we had in the week?
Oh, go on in.
Can I say that?
Yeah, say what you like, go on.
We were in a meeting at Channel 4.
Channel 4 meeting, talk about our new TV show, Russell Brand.
Excuse me, I'm doing a link.
Here he goes. It's Linky Morgan.
I say we were in a meeting at Channel 4. Channel 4, we were in a meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Picture
go
the
on,
scene. Okay, back over to Matt.
Matt's going to set the scene a little further, okay. Picture it, Horseferry Road.
Okay, there we were in a meeting, and for some reason Russell was compared jokingly to Chris Tarrant.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went, I'm nothing like Chris Tarrant. And then the person in the meeting said,
yeah, go on, what did the person in the meeting say?
hang on a minute, there's too many voices in my ears.
Just take them headphones off, they'd never help anyone. I've dispensed with them.
naked with them.
It's confusing.
Yeah, so
we're
he said-
in this meeting, it's in Channel 4, someone's compared me to Chris Tarrant, unfairly.
And someone said, no, he's not like Chris Tarrant. And then someone went, well, like that, also jokingly.
Yeah.
And then Russell went, I'm nothing like Chris Tarrant, I'm in movies. Like that. And he snapped for a little moment. And there was no one actually reacted apart from everyone's eyebrows, and the whole room went,
Yeah, silly that I say things like that. It must be because I'm insecure or something, but not that insecure, because I'm super real. Woohoo!
Hey, it wasn't that bad. It sort of seemed like a joke.
Do you remember I used to be like shouting, ranting, knocking things over?
Oh, you mental.
Terrible business all round, wasn't it? Hey, why don't we put on a little record and then have a think about life? Because I think I've got to just pop out at the end of this live Earth, say well done everyone. Hey, if you want, you can get me to say a special word. Text us in if you want me to say something mental.
You think it's a school play?
88291.
Well done, everyone. Well done to Class 2C.
Particularly you there, young Browns, who had a headache and you persevered without ever mentioning it. Can you hear me, Matthew?
Sorry, yes I can.
Good, jolly good. I'm at the side of the stage. I can see Madonna. She's grooving about. She's doing very well. Now, I just wanted to say hello to you all before I go out on the stage. Right, I'm going to peep. I could, if I wanted to, I could just run out behind her, couldn't I? Wouldn't that be bad? I know, I'm not going to do that. It'll be berserk.
Edge out. Just wave out.
I could just go, oh, hello, dear. I'm just standing looking at Madonna now. So in a minute, I'm going to go and do the final closing link. I will be mentioning a bit of the old Revolution at some point, but other than that, I imagine it'll be relatively generic and warm closing link. Stage
what famous people are on the stage, out of the scenes? What famous people can you see watching?
I'm scanning around for the famous. To tell you the truth, it's just I can't see no like famous people. Loads of good-looking dancers about though, and it's weird because I've got this thing in my ear, so it makes me look like a right, twerp and everything.
No, it makes you look important. That's a sign.
Oh yeah, it does.
You're involved.
I might just go and start touching some buttons. I can see a board where they're running everything from. I might start interfering with it.
Don't touch the buttons.
You're not the only person allowed to touch buttons. Okay, so remember, this Madonna is closing this show. It's coming towards an end now. Soon I'm going to have to run onto the stage. Matthew, maybe you should put up the audio of Madonna while I make my way to the stage. Unless you think you can handle it on your own.
No, I think we should let Madge do it.
Let her take us out. Okay, well, I'm just walking now to, like, the last bit.
Run on stage, revolution.
Revolution now! That's it, we're sick of the government, we've had it up to here. Oh, it's getting very powerful. People are standing on each other's shoulders and stuff now, that's always a good sign. And, oh, crikey, Madonna's dancers, one of them just tripped over. Oh, no. Oh, that's it. One's pregnant, it's falling apart. No, that's it. Oh, someone's just set fire to a can of hairspray and burning some tyres. Oh, the whole message has been lost. What a perfect end to a lovely day. Remember, though, the cause that we're all trying to promote, let's sort out our world just a little bit, reduce our carbon emissions, sign up to that pledge. The number's been up there all day. Hope you had an absolutely wonderful day, and if you think an incremental change of society doesn't work, prepare for a glorious revolution. We can change the world whenever we feel like it. Thanks for coming. Have a lovely time. Ta-ta. Hare Krishna. That was Foo Fighters' Best of You, so I'm all finished up now. This is Russell Brand
Well
on
done.
Radio 2. Did you think I'd done well?
Yeah, it was good at the end.
Done them 2 jobs simultaneously, didn't I? They said to me right before I went on, they goes, if you go over 30 seconds, we'll get a 50 grand fine for going over time. So I just thought, blimey, well, I better not drag out.
Well, they said that to you just before we went on?
Yeah, Brent Council charged 50 grand for, like, there's a 10:30 curfew. Who's doing that? Is that my
Turn your
agent,
phones
Nick
off,
Lennon,
people.
the third of me, Matt and Nick triumvirate in Los Angeles, who was mentioned last week in the show, sat drunkenly in a car while Matt sprawled like a fetus on the back seat. Terrible business. So, what a lovely show it's been. Let's have a look at some of your emails. This is more potential book titles. The Diary of a Victorian Dandy, Memoirs Victorian Dandy, Musings of a Victorian Urchin, similar things to that. That's from Gabrielle from Scotland. Any others that aren't book titles? Thank you very much. Hey Russell and Matt, loving the show. And Russell, you're even funnier than usual when you're on migrant leave. Well, that's because I used to be a junkie, see? So once them drugs get into me, something comes alive. Codeine, of course, is a opiate-derived drug.
Really?
So some little part of old Russ went back to the good old days. Not good old days, bad old heroin.
Is it
addicted
banned
days.
in rehab, codeine?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to take that. If, like, rehab people knew I was knocking back the old codeine, oh, there'd be a lot of bother.
Well, don't say it on the radio, then.
Right, I never. Hey, Russell and Matt, loving the show. Russell, you're even funnier once you're drugged up to the eyeballs on migrant leave. I think you should have used your time on stage to start the revolution. I've just mentioned it. You can't actually start it because people were just thinking, oh, I better catch the tube. You know, and I think revolution will require cataclysm and some kind of hardship. You could have got the crowd to join you in singing When I'm 64. It could have been epic. Keep up the good work, gorgeous boy. That's love from Laura in Glasgow.
Another moment of darkness.
That would have been a moment of darkness as people moped around Wembley, muttering that. Why doesn't Russell get Madonna to adopt him? Says someone anonymously. Well, yeah, that's not a bad suggestion.
Did you see her on the way out? You didn't, did you?
I never see her, no. She nicked off in another direction, yeah. We will not see her like her. She's, I mean, maybe we've took the mickey out of Madonna, but only light-heartedly.
She was good, actually.
Pretty fantastic live performer, isn't she?
She was having a laugh. She was mucking about.
Was she? Mucking around with the diggy bloke?
No, he was taken out the back. He wasn't ever meant to be there.
He just somehow staggered in. He was meant to be at some May Day festival. Yeah, he was an extraordinary man. Hello, Russell Brand, says Amy in Bournemouth. Sexiest man in the actual universe, best dressed man, sexiest vegetarian, international movie star, etc. Because remember that bit earlier on where I asked people to give me a nice and exciting title. And hello to Matt and G too, she continues. Another member of the lovely forum here, watching the madness of Madonna on TV with them gypsy guys. What on earth is all that about? I don't know if they're... What are those fellas? They sort of... One of them looked like a sort of a Scottish drummer. Another one of them looked like some sort
One of them was like Spanish Willie Nelson.
Spanish Willie Nelson. That's what that act required. I'm watching the TV, listening to you on the radio, and reading the fan site too. Tappy tap tap tap. That's what they're saying.
You're in too many media.
Do you think so? I'm existing across too many media. Yeah, that's odd, isn't it? You're doing a sterling job. Hope the migraine goes away before you blindly touch all the buttons and cut off the concert to the whole world. Ha ha. Actual love by the bucket load, says Amy. Now, we've been joined in the studio by Nicola, who's often mentioned, who does my makeup, and lovely Sharon, who buys my clothes, and often is subject to ridicule from Noel Gallagher, who thinks that, that her job is essentially decorating a ponce. Nicola has changed lately because she done a baby. That baby sometimes come round my house. It don't do nothing. It just sits there childish-like. But you like babies quite a lot, Matt, don't you?
Yeah.
You bought baby boots for your niece and nephew, didn't you? Oh, is that a surprise? So they won't know anyway. They won't understand language.
I don't think they're listening.
Hold on a minute, baby boots. I clearly asked for a vest.
Yeah, I've always... Whenever you go into a sports shop and you see comedy little baby shoes...
I love them.
I know.
Makes
me a bit weird the way you said that.
I love them.
I love them so much.
I'm on 4 a day. I'm eating baby boots by the gallon. Sometimes I gnaw their little legs off just to get the baby boots.
I might go back on stage at Wembley, see if anyone can stop me and go, hey, I'm really into baby boots. Who's going to stop me now? Yeah, come on. And then just start dancing and that and talk about C3PO and Cocoa Pops and anything that comes into my mind.
Go on, then.
Shall I try? It'd be well funny, wouldn't it? Just be a man
it'd just
in
be
darkness.
Packing up.
Yeah, just people packing up, ignoring me, just thinking...
I forgot to say things. I've got a message. For Christ's sake, tune back in. I've got important news.
Russell, Matt G, says Sarah. You're doing a great job. I hope you're all having fun.
G's
Russell,
not. He's just sat there. He
done
brought his own poem.
He's got a pre-written poem. It's like us turning up here with pre-written gags, which we would never do.
And you don't.
No, we don't. We come out here and we
Never.
blather on.
Can't you tell?
Come on, that's why this show is very nearly just two men groping around in each other's brain boxes like a pair of perverts, the intellectual ones, like, you know. Considering the last time I had a migraine, my vocabulary began and ended with a low guttural moan. I believe your varied accolades should now include a knighthood. Perhaps on the day of ceremony, Matt could plant a kiss on Russell's nose, a la the Beckhams. Much love, Sarah.
What?
Sarah, I like every aspect of that suggestion, but instead of nose, I'd like to suggest the rosy pink tip of my adorable dinkle. Such a lovely regal pick. It'll really lift the mood of things. Come on, hand it over. Love you, Russell, says this person. It's a mystery person, Joe Haddo. I like the name Joe Haddo because it makes me think of Joe Shadow, but, you know, not even giving us the S. That's how shadowy they are and dark. We're here and listening to you, Russell. We listen to you every Saturday night over a schooner of sherry or two. No, we don't. We're lying. Would you mind saying, Simon, your curry is ready? That'll wake him up. Simon, your curry is ready. Eat your curry, Simon. Why is he eating curry this time of night?
It's the perfect time to eat curry.
Is it? But what about his digestive system? Simon,
That's
I
a myth.
urge you. What?
That's
What's
a
a
myth
myth?
about eating food late at night.
It's not a myth.
Yeah, because it's your body just processes the food while you're asleep.
No
It doesn't
way, man. It turns
make
it
you
straight
fatter.
into
It's the
pudge.
No.
Guess what? Yeah, definitely. Right.
I was told it was a myth.
Well, who tells you things? Who do you hang around with telling you things are myth? If you know that that's a myth, 88291, text us or email russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. We need to know. Also, you can see photos and videos of Backstage by looking at bbc.co.uk/live earth. Have a little look at that. Right, so, Matthew, have you got any particular highlights from the Live Earth Day?
Yeah.
What?
Meeting some of Metallica, standing next to Dave Grohl whilst watching Metallica.
He was nodding.
Yeah, the man from Anthrax, can't remember his name, singer from Anthrax, standing
Really?
watching Metallica.
Did you? What one was he? What did he look like?
Little sort of bald bloke with a long beard.
I saw him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
famous.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, I brushed against him. We had a little bit of a moment, him and I. It looked like, you know, when you sort of think you're going to kiss someone, but instead someone calls the authorities. It was like that.
I know, I witnessed it.
Hello, Russell. In your revolution, what will you do with people which have committed crimes? It depends what their crimes are. If it's crimes like drugs or something like that, they'll be getting lots of nice therapy. If they've been doing senseless crimes, attacking people, interfering with folks, well, then it's a bit of... Again, it's therapy, actually. We're quite kindly after
I
the
think,
revolution.
as I said earlier, you should make criminals run in big wheels to generate electricity for everyone else who hasn't broken the law.
That's a ridiculous way to
Why?
treat criminals because they'll become super fit criminal mastermen. They'll break out
Only
of...
their legs.
Yeah, but that'll be embarrassing for them. They'll have thin, withered upper bodies, great big powerful legs. They'll jump out of prison and just sort of scratch at us with their, like, they'll have long fingernails like those people in Guinness Book of Records.
T-Rex arms.
Horrible T-Rex arms. Is that the sort of society you want after the revolution? Because I don't. Now, yeah, I've been a bit mad, haven't I, today? I'm starting to come down now off of the migraine and migraine leave. Realise I might have been behaving unusually on this radio show. If you've been listening and you're concerned about me, just don't worry about it. I'll be right. I feel better now. Right, so yeah, that was Pixies. And also, this is a bit of bad news because my agent, Nick Linnon, is in here. Well, our agent, actually, Nick Linnon's in here. And I goes, oh, remember when the Pussycat Dolls won't be in the video? He goes, no, that never happened. Well, there seems to be some confusion whether it was Girls Aloud or Pussycat Dolls or whether the whole thing was just something that people tell me because I get depressed.
Right when he said roly-polies.
Ah, roly-polies, Les Dawson's adorable dancers.
Oh, Ross Abbott's, weren't they?
No, he had Bella Emberg.
Oh, Bella.
Why did you say that? You sighed as if you were all full of desire. You should have a look, right? We've got a new person reading the news today, or at least one that's new to us. Normally it's Andrea Simmons, right, who we've had a complex and magnificent relationship with. Right, Matt, because it's a new one, Matt's written her name down. And like, there's a bit of paper as if it's been written by...
To help you, I've written out her name because it's difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, well, let's have a look what it actually says. News lady is Chandrika Chevley. News lady! Excuse me, news lady, can you tell me what's been happening in the world, please? You silly sod.
What would you write?
Well, I won't put, like, milkmaid.
Newscaster.
Yeah, news broadcast. I would put news dash Chandrika Chevley. I want to put
I wanted to make it
news
so
lady.
obvious. Because you go, I've got an email here that says news Chandrika Chevley's.
Well, this is a real breakthrough. I would never have done that. I'm too sharp as tack. Let's have a look at some lovely old emails. This is, the subject of this is digga digga digga. Oh, that must have been that bloke. Dear everyone.
Oh my God, he's listening.
This is from Chris. That digga 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 guy from Madonna's performance is Eugene Hutz from Gogol Bordello, and he's a genius and one to watch out for. Oh, right, so it turns out the Digga Digga guy's a genius.
Digga Digga Ding Digga Ding Digga Ding.
He expresses his genius mostly through the medium of Digga 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 Digga. He gets it right off his chest. No, he probably is a genius. We don't want to come across ignorant. He's probably brill. Let's not condemn no one. Here is a little old message about the revolution from Paul Smith. Great show. Just wondering what you plan to do during the power vacuum left when your glorious revolution occurs. There's going to be a lot of pillaging and maybe even some bad language. Personally, I'll be straight down to Woolies to plunder the pick and mix. Well, we expect a period of lawlessness and we're quite into it. We did discuss the possibility now of me frantically scrambling back on that stage, shouting and hollering, but I'm not going to do it because it's going to just make me look bad. No one will notice it.
The stage doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't it?
That's LA, I think, or something.
Oh, have we gone to New York or
no,
Los Angeles? New York,
that's Linkin Park. I don't know where that is.
Well, you said Linkin Park were in Japan earlier,
That's
mate.
Linkin Park, yeah, they are. I read that as LA, it's LP. That's
Oh,
in
right.
Japan.
I see, you got momentarily confused. Yeah, I won't be doing anything more frantic. I'm going to
Come on, be
accept...
frantic again. Take some mic relief. I don't like this new one.
OK, this is from James. I'm going on holiday next Saturday and I'm going to have to miss your radio show. So, do planes have radio too? Also, I can penetrate the entire plane... the entire plane to listen to your show. Help the revolution, maybe, says James. I don't know if you'll be able to do that, mate, because I think if you start meddling around with buttons on an aeroplane, the people might think you're some Richard Reed-style shoe bomber and sling you right off. Nick from Merseyside says, Russell, I love you, you scoundrel. Not in a gay way, not that there's anything wrong with that, but your revolution is feeble and it will never go anywhere unless Matt Morgan starts pulling his weight. Tell him to stop trying to make love to flamingos, as he did last week when he admitted that the animal he finds most attractive of the league of various animals that he's attracted to was the flamingo.
Unlike you thinking Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger out of Frosties, if I get my hands
No
on
one's
him.
ever seen his legs.
I don't need to see his legs, mate. I'll take him on his upper body. I think he's in really good shape. He had me at hello. He had me at great. The minute he said great, I knew that there was something
he's
special.
got little Frosties for legs.
Yeah, maybe he has. Maybe he rolls around on little misshapen Frosties, saying how great. We think about breakfast cereals too much, don't we? This is essentially
No,
now.
you do. You talk about Cocoa Pops all the time. When asked what animal you'd
Pops.
sleep with, you said, Tony the Tiger. Or Cocoa Monkey.
Cocoa Monkey or Tony, it's a pretty straight up choice between either of those guys. If I could get a threesome going with Tony and Coco, I think Tony is probably quite passive and Coco's active. I'd be in the middle of a train between those three guys, really getting amongst it, and that really would be great, and it probably would turn the milk brown. Hey, come on!
God.
Hey, all on the mic, what do you want from me? This is Russell Brand on Radio 2. If you've got a little text message, text us to it, because I've got 6 minutes left of the radio. Yeah, I think I'm coming up on another wave of mic relief. Let's have a look. It's an email. It's from Natalie. She's age 12. Get to bed, Natalie. Why are you even up? She's in distress. I was wondering, you guys, if I could have your help. I sent an email last week about my brother, 21 years old. He was sticking chewing gum in his armpit. He has come back from university for the holidays and he's got a new hobby. He's started weeding cups around the house because he can't be bothered to go upstairs and use the proper toilet. It's starting to worry me. Now I'm scared to drink out of any cups around the house in case they've already been weeding. Please, can you tell me what to do? He's becoming really weird. It's horrible. She's in distress. She's Natalie. She's 12. She's in Upminster in Essex.
You're not going to be able to help. You weed in a bottle in here.
During the radio show. So, Natalie, yeah, but I did the lid up after, like the red toff. Oh, Lordy, I've done the lid right up. There's no urine going nowhere there. Well, Natalie, to tell you the truth, I mean, yeah, it's not good, that weeing cups. I remember as a lad, I had someone stay over, and I had a pint glass by my bed, and then I went into my room, and he'd weed into that pint glass, and it was just there, all full of weed.
Who was it? Wurzel Gummidge.
That's the fella. The head he had on when he went to bed, he was polite, nice as pie in the morning. He's very aggressive sort of a guy. Yeah, well, just it's an unpleasant thing for someone to do when they're staying over your house. Height of bad manners, really. To put your brother off it, maybe put sort of like, you know how margaritas, they put all salt around the rim, put sort of something like some hostile chemical around the rim of all glasses.
Yeah, that's sensible advice.
Hey, I demand that you carry that out, Natalie. And then if your brother does wee in there, it'll cause him all manner of problems. Dear Russell, and putting chewing gum in his armpit, that's weird as well. Why? What's the advantage?
What does that mean? Like, because they will get all tangled up in the hair?
It'd be awful, wouldn't it? Well, I can't think of any benefit to it. Any.
Where's her brother been and he's come back from?
Vietnam. He's gone stark raving crackers. Dear Russell, I noticed when you had to go to the loo, Matt was left all alone to introduce the next record. It reminded me of a scene in Wayne's World when Garth was left alone, stumbling his way to the next link, looking for a way out. Love the show. From Mark Warman in Strood, Kent. Thank you, Mark. That is a very good comparison. Oh, it's Genesis. Genesis is coming on Russell's in the levy. Absolutely ridiculous
I could do it
spectacle.
perfectly well.
I expect one day,
wanted.
probably, you'll want to do your own radio show, won't you? It'll be daft music, it'll be. And you'll just sit there and it'll be a proper lot of rot, I imagine, your radio show. Probably you just sat there with some sort of puppet trying to get this sort of charisma and rapport going with a sock. It'll be ridiculous. Mr. G, if that does happen, you're coming with me, all right? If me and him ever get divorced. Hello, Russell and Matt. Oh, this is more help. Like, Natalie, you've had enough help, love. You're getting nothing from us. With the armpit thing, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's an artist. Maybe he's just inspired her, brother. Sam Nadler says, my mum is a nutritional therapist, and I can assure you that digesting food at night is normal and no different from digesting at any other time.
Thank you.
I would also like to add that Matt Morgan hangs round outside my school wearing a bra and go, poo poo Peter, as we all leave. Well done, Matt. You were right about the digestive
It is a bikini
system.
top, not a bra.
Fair enough. There's nothing more natural than a grown man in a bikini. Why? Russell and Matt, says Tanya from Liverpool. Hope you guys are having a great week. We are, as a matter of fact.
It's the greatest week ever.
I've never had a week like it before, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, I've got the reason for this email is not to tell you that I love the show, which I do, but I've got a small guy problem. You see, I have a lot of male friends. A lot I've met through MySpace. Oh no, MySpace. I thought, hello, Tanya. That's the way a man's heart, straight through your space. Some of which I've known years. Recently, 3 of the guys have told me that they fancy me and like to take me out. Now, I'm not sure what to do because I don't want to lose any of them as friends. I don't want to hurt their feelings or be turning down their dates. What shall I do? Please help me, says Tanya, 20, Liverpool. Go out of them each secretly. Have it off with a lot of them, see who you like's the best. That's my advice.
That's Russell's way of doing things.
Yep, just do what you like. Don't worry about no one else's feelings except the cat.
Aren't they friends of hers that she doesn't want to go like that with?
Just set up a network of lies, a big web of lies to trick each of them. No, she wants to go out with one of them. She don't know which one. Tanya, have a little go on each and then make a decision based on facts, not on spurious
I'd make them
prejudice.
do some sort of competition.
Hold on, there's a contest. Right, Matt's right, Tanya. Don't have it off of them. Right, what is the contest going to be, Matthew? What should I do? Dueling? Dueling on all...
some sort of violence.
There should be some violence, right? No violence. Like, they've got to write a poem and have a fight, so it's both, you know, like Byronic.
Or maybe they just do that thing like in 8 Mile.
8 Mile, oh yeah, well, I like 8 Mile ever such a lot, yeah, because I like the Eminem, he's one of my favourites. I like that. I like the bit at the end when he undermines that other one by saying all the things that the other one would have said to cuss him. He says them in advance. That's what inspired me to get involved in the music industry, actually. I think some of you may remember my Smash It when I'm 64. Let me
I
do
love
it.
the way you take the mickey out of that now, but when you first did it, I laid down a pretty good track, actually. When you hear it, it's going to change your life.
Yeah.
So be
Get ready.
strong.
Okay, because this is sometimes in music there's a moment, a defining moment in history. So, okay, well, we've got not very long before this newsy poos.
It's time for our favourite news lady.
Right, okay, well, thank you all of us for joining us for this fantastic live show. It's been a wonderful experience. G, do your poem, quick, before the bloody news.
Quick.
Pre-written poem. Quick, G, do it out of your mouth. The news will be a bit late, but, you know, news is always happening.
I want to spit lyrics that would inflict your spirit, so when your ears hear it, the wax splits until the air clears it. And when your eyes veer near it, they moisturize as your tears cheer it. I want to invest in lines, so when you digest in rhymes, you reminisce them and you miss them like a diss from a Tribe Called Quest in Prime. And unless your mind can re-request in time the memory of Mr. G, I suggest you find out what's happening next with the rest of this poem, because we got to go to the news and I can't stop the flowing.
Woohoo! That is Mr. G. Cheated. He never said the word Geordie. He's letting the country down. Mr. G, their poet laureate for all our show and the young and that. Okay, time for a bit of newsy poos, you squares. 88 to 91 FM. This is Radio 2 for the BBC. Love it.
Thank you, bye.
BBC Radio 2. Russell Brand.